Welcome to an Outcry from the PS1 horror game demo disc. All characters portrayed in this story are fictitious. Any resemblance to existing public figures is both incidental and inevitable. This game has numerous heavy topics. View content warning guests. This game contains one or more instances of sudden loud noises, misgendering, transphobia, fascism, suicide, flashing images, smoking, drinking. Oh boy. Please use your discretion and, importantly, prioritize your mental and physical well-being over finishing or even playing this game. Thank you. We're for a dark adventure. Okay. I have headphones on. Ooh, pretty. Distant bird calls welcome the night. An itch. No matter how far you walk, you never feel like you're there. Standing up from their chair, the unnamed tosses a book to the ground. The itch intensifies. They forget. They need to scratch what is in their chest. Shoes get pulled over their heels. A jacket wrapped around their shape. The door is opened. They merge. Now they are almost in your hands. Spooky, almost. Oh, sweet. Nice music. The unnamed turns towards the door, then back. They feel their pockets for desired items. Their cigarette, their lighter, their keys. Shit. They forgot all of it. Going to be a long night. They need to get to their mail downstairs. Their wrist is slender enough to do that without keys. Their addiction is a different story. They need a lighter and cigarettes. Not the first time they've made the rounds looking for that. There's a lot of time to kill. Enough time to bum some smokes off of every one of their neighbors. Okay, knock knock, Mr. Neighbor, can I have a cigarette? Let's go. Okay. No. The building's elevator shows its age. They'd rather not have it until they have what they need to smoke. Okay. Let's try some more doors. Hello, knock knock. Just here for some cigarettes. Miss Eisen is hard of hearing. From the other side of the door, the unnamed can make out the loud whine of a soap opera. They might have to listen to silence if they want to talk to her. They rarely do, though. So I'm guessing our character is non-binary? The unnamed quietly smiles to themselves before their knuckle meets the door of their friend. Oh god, who? Coming! They sway back and forth on their heels, waiting for one Anne Pierrot, the self-proclaimed and other-proclaimed poet extraordinaire. And there she is, 'tis I, your gal pal. Hi, Anne. How are you doing, girlfriend? Haven't seen you leave your apartment for anything but a smoke this past week. Can't be healthy. Ooh, I see, huh? Well, you'll have to bear with my pleasantries first while they're not. How are you? I'm a nervous wreck, Anne. Oh, geez, you usually keep that kind of thing down. Is that bad? Come on out with it, young lady. Quit misgendering me, please. I feel bad in my body. I know the feeling, baby. Remember, my offer still stands. It will stand for the foreseeable future. The short-term foreseeable future. Shh. Don't worry, I understand that so much, and I know. Oh dear, dearie. Oh, what am I gonna do with you? Can I do anything? Hug you? No, please, not right now. What? Understood. Hey, little one, trust me when I say this. It can get better. Okay, horror. If I had a cigarette, I'd offer you one right now. I don't even have a lighter. Oh, baby, I got a veritable million of those. Suit yourself. Thanks. What do you want? Give me the transgender pride lighter. Trans rights. A girl after my own heart. Here you are. The unnamed got a trans flag lighter. Thank you so much, Anne. Are you coming to smoke one with me? I'm sorry, dear, I don't have any to spare. The cupboard and the cupboard boxes are bare. No tail in sight, no smoke, no light to hail the flame to burn so bright. Who said that? An extraordinary poet. Schmidt's probably got what you need. I smell his flat from the other end of the building. Tell you what, if you want you to loop around to gossip or need help, just let me know. Thank you, Anne. See you later. Tee-hee. Okay. Well, that was a fairly amicable conversation with a nice person. Let's go to the other side of the apartment. Knock on some more doors. Miss Yilmaz? They think that was her name. Honestly speaking, she is probably the neighbor they know the least about. Their paths briefly crossed from time to time, specifically when she was following her janitorial duties around the building. And the unnamed knocks and exhausted voice calls. I'll be right there. Soon, Miss Yildirim opens the door. From behind her, the unnamed can faintly hear two young boys arguing. Good evening. Good evening, Miss Yildirim. That is almost my name. I'm sorry. Mrs. I am still married. Ah. Off to an easy start. What did you want to talk about? Do you smoke, Mrs. Mildrum? I used to when I was young. For a moment, nostalgia flashes across your expression. Soon it turns to regret. I used to when I was young. Smoking isn't allowed in this house anyway. The landlord would drop me quick. It's too cold outside to smoke. I just freeze outside, yeah. Okay, since you're on your way out, do not catch a cold. Thank you, Mrs. Yildirim. Good evening. One last flat to check. Mr. Schmidt opens the door. A strong odor of burning cigarettes fills the air, overwhelming to the unnamed's trained nose. Schmidt's fingers are clamped around the smoke. From what little of his apartment they can see through the crack, it is furnished entirely with natural wooden tables, cupboards, and bookshelves. You, at my door at 10 p.m. Yes, me, at your door at 10 p.m. What do you want, boy? Oh, this one's misgendering me. Well, go away. I have an excellent model ship to build, and you snap me out of focus. The unnamed sighs. Conversations with Schmidt don't typically go differently from this one. Maybe Mrs. Eisen will give them what they need. The unnamed has a sudden thought. They were told in therapy to be more assertive. People may have more to say if they press their request with them, people like Schmidt. Or at least they'll feel bothered enough to give them cigs. Okay, knock knock. Give me cigarettes, mister. What the devil do you want now, boy? I failed to ask before. May I have a cigarette? Sure, little man, have the whole pack. Knock yourself unconscious on that sweet, sweet perfume. You know my cigarettes are self-rolled. I buy the tobacco from overseas. You'd better fucking appreciate it. Also, fall unconscious and sleep. And quit disturbing me while I'm building model ships. Is this really okay? Yeah, sure, I roll like 100 of them every day. Knock yourself out. The unnamed got some cigarettes. Are they strong? Fuck, little buddy, they sure are. They'll knock the wind out of you. Now go have a pleasant smoke and then scoot off the fuck to bed. And make no more noise. That won't be possible. Lock myself out. Ooh, long night ahead, huh? Well, don't come crying to me about it. Well, how are we gonna get back into our apartment? Obviously not by banging on the door. Let's go visit our other neighbors. Not really a reason to disturb her anymore. Can we use the elevator to go have her cigarette? Yeah. Yeah. Ah, I hate this thing. The elevator stalls from time to time. They're always caught off guard by its arrival. Come on. Okay, here we go. Ugh. That's an old-ass elevator. Okay. This must be the ground floor of the apartment. The unnamed slides their hand in the mail slot. They can feel a small sheet of paper. They catch it between their fingers and pull it out. Package arrived while they were sleeping. Due to occupant absence, it was left at the front door of the building. Oh no. My package! Vienna City Belt, a place of restriction, the construction of tenant belts, and cheap liquor served to hungry heads. People pass here only ever to get through or by. The unnamed should know. Their package is not before the main entrance, but there's something suspicious lying in the road that they look at. The unnamed's eyes unfocus and stare off into the distance. Take a look. Yeah. Select objects of interest with the arrow key. Examine with spacers, even the cursor changes. Give me that. I want to... Looking at the stunted tree in the station's aid, the old named is reminded of their old therapist. His office, even now, is just a couple paces from their apartment. At one point last year, before they would switch to someone different, that therapist would give them the task of drawing a tree. So they did and handed in the result. The response they got was, "That's it?" They felt a little alienated from the therapist in that moment. It seemed almost like it wasn't assessing the milieu of the tree, the actual point of the therapy of the exercise, but the lack of art skills. Soon thereafter, pieces would slot into place. The heated discussions on therapy time about whether fixing by computers counts as art, his obsession with keeping the unnamed a smoker, it's just what artists do, etc. And, of course, partner therapy. Ooh. They'd really rather not think about Alex again. Is that my package in the middle of the road? Beneath the whinny wheels, there's a battered copy of Robert Coover's The Public Burning, the contents of their package. It is unsalvageable. Oh, fucking hell. A piece of paper that is completely receded in the street, dust to dust. Okay. The U6 line is a rotten place, filled to the brim with people, most of them impoverished. They don't like to admit this to themselves, but the unnamed, too, is poor. They have tried time and time again to get a job to no avail, so they keep trying and trying and trying. The curriculum vitae in their dead hands, not impressive enough. Man, this is depressing. What else is there to inspect? This poster. Ooh, spooky. I don't like that. The Austrian right-wing party advertises full force in this district of the city. Like spores, these advertising posters sow the Cheshire man's smile into the brains of the despondent. His eyes an unnatural steel blue, his features photoshopped to eternal youth. Every so often, the unnamed will linger before one of these posters and examine it. They always contain these strong slogans in inexorable letters, statements like, "Our money is for our people, no livelihood for foreigners. Let's take Vienna, your foreign neighbor isn't safe. Against lies and corruption, we, as it will turn out, are plenty corrupt ourselves. Vote the Freedom Party Sebastian Schrey for Chancellor 2017. You'd think this might polarize, but the unnamed still isn't sure whether to vote against or for them. I'd vote against him in an instant. We have a cigarette. There never are any stars in the city. It's never dark, but never quite bright either. They miss them. Nope. Won't let me do anything. Cars speed by, all going the same direction further and further down the bend of the city belt. The odd police and ambulance blare their way past the unnamed. Okay, I guess we light up now. One time, about 2 years ago, the unnamed had made a decision. They would be go into the road and become a windshield passenger like a bird or a bug. Yes, like a bug. At 1 a.m., they set their first step onto the tire-flattened asphalt. The day's fading heat warmed their shoes. No cars came for a few minutes. Traffic lights had changed, and yet soon their approach turned imminent. For a moment, the unnamed did not care. It brought to mind the light at the end of the proverbial tunnel, a release. A better place. However, some kind of inner conviction pulled them, forced them back onto the pavement. They swallowed their tears until they got back inside. All reasons, any reasons, aren't good enough. But now, sometimes, they still want to go back to that moment and fight their survival instinct. Oh, buddy. Okay, can we ever smoke now? Nope. The unnamed has a rich history with the U6 line. There's a reason they prefer their bicycle. Nope. Ugh. Sebastian Schrey is perhaps better known to the people of Vienna than the city's own mayor. Oh, mayor. The unnamed is sick of looking at his face if they're honest with himself. Yeah, that's uncanny. Look at the box again? Haha. They really need a cigarette. Not here, though. In the courtyard, shielded from the noise. The unnamed wishes a car just took the damn thing with it already. The noise of the city belt is ever present. The unnamed can hear it in their apartment. The morning traffic greets their day. The sirens startle them. They can't escape it, at least for now. Oh, let's go back to the sky. Or let's go back to the tree. The unnamed has never seen any public servants tend to his tree. It's probably barely good enough to wear a political poster. Okay. Starlit. As much as they like the star, that is a nickname that can stay in the past to rot. Yep. Nothing left to do here. Okay. So. What do I do? Uh-huh. Stop for a smoke. They would rather wait until there's someplace more secluded. Uh-huh, I can move again. Stole per steam. Stumbling block. A figurative hurdle to somebody's thoughts, causing them to fall. An art piece by Gunter Demnig. Described here are the names of the people who were killed by a force of hate. Here lived a name, a human being, a person, a specificity, a span of time in history, institutionalized or fled, then caught by the Nazis and murdered, killed on a specific date, and not only one on that day, in a specific place designed for killing. Their absence is palpable here, with this memorial one among thousands. Oh god, we're locked out. Ring Anne's doorbell, door number 105. Who's there? Me. Sorry, Anne. Huh, you're silly. Did you try to smoke out in the street? Not quite. Come in, you. I'll keep it on auto buzz from now on. Oh, Anne's a sweet lady. Let's go to the courtyard. I think it's probably this way. Out in the fresh city air, car fumes dampened by the apartment walls encircling them. The unnamed thinks. Time to poison themselves. They click the lighter, igniting it, stone sparks firing gas. The itch in their chest, the gaping maw makes grabbing hands, clicks its jaw at the cigarette even before it's lit. The unnamed feels like they can focus a lot better now. Like their mind has traveled out of their body. Like a carbon monoxide copy of them was sent to a safe place. Saved. 20 cigarettes, 15 slots, diminished now by 1. They had better make the most of that. An outcry. Okay. That was an outcry. A PS1 indie horror haunted game demo. So, it's a very depressing game, but hey, trans rights. Thank you for watching this with me. If you stuck with me for this long, I'm still shouting into the void. For some reason, hoping it answers back.